Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Monster Train. Last time on Monster Train, we played as the Umbra our first time. I am going to be playing as the Umbra again, but as the secondary clan. So my primary clan, we're going to be playing with whichever one is the lowest here. So I guess that is the Stygian Guard. So the Stygian Guard is our primary clan with the Umbra as the secondary. And we will be trying out Solgard the Martyr this time, the alternate champion for the Stygian Guard, which I've never played with. We are on Covenant rank 7 now, no reason not to keep going up, so let's get started. We have a Guardian Stone. I do like the Guardian Stone. Incant to apply armor 1 to friendly units. I think that's pretty nice. We got Making of a Morsel, adding the Morsel Miner to our hand so we can upgrade our units pretty easily. And Crypt Builder, one of my favorite of the Stygian Guard spells. Granted, it costs 3, so it's quite expensive, but it has offering, so if we can discard it, that's good. Seraph the Temperant applies sap to my units. That one might not be too bad with the Stygian Guard as the primary clan, because we will be dealing a lot of spell damage, and we probably don't care that much about our units' attack values. Not as much as normal. Let's look at our deck, because I have no idea what this champion does. Oh, the champion actually starts with something even not upgraded. Incant gain Shard 1. Shard 1. Shard powers Solgard the Martyr's abilities, so we don't know what Shard does yet. The Foregone Power applies Frostbite 6 to the front enemy unit. Discard a card at random. The discard a card at random works pretty well with Crypt Builder. However, other than that, we don't really want to be discarding tons of cards every turn, probably. And we do have 3 Shade Splitters in our deck from the Umbra. Okay, the Foregone Power might be good, might be bad. Really depends on whether we can get some offering synergies. Let's find out what the champion upgrades into. The Cold Channel, Revenge. Revenge triggers when damaged. Apply Frostbite 1 per shard to enemy units. All of the enemy units on the floor. However, we only have 15 life. That's questionable. Or Phased. Phased cannot attack, cannot be damaged or targeted in any way. Incant gain a shard. If Solgard has 4 stacks of shard, remove Phased. So you can't use your champion until you've played 4 spells on the same floor as the champion? That really doesn't seem that hard, honestly. I do like the idea of going down more Frostbite, but the 15 health here really doesn't do well with Revenge. I guess it does better with the fact that we have the morsels in our deck. I think that the Titan channel might be the better thing to start with, but I really want to start with this one instead. And I'm going to go with what I want, not what I think is better. Let's go with Cold Channel. See how that goes. And let's find an artifact. Ho-ho, Concussive Coals. Concussive Coals is one of my favorite artifacts in this game, I think. Let's take it. And first battle. I'm not taking those Divine Boons. Let's always do the first trial. Always do the first trial. This one is an armor emblem. We get a unit draft. That could be very nice. Now then, Incant gain shard 1. Revenge, we apply frostbite 1 per shard to enemy units. And the frostbite, I believe, goes through block. Maybe not. Maybe it hits their block. I'm not sure. We're going to put him at the bottom. Solgard the Martyr goes at the bottom. And then we play a Shade Splitter, which does incant. And why not? The Rebel Morsel will give us 1 more energy next turn. And give our unit 1 more attack and life. The life is the important part here. Neither of you got dazed, by the way. I guess I didn't want you to be dazed because I do want to take the damage so that we get revenge. And then apply Frostbite 6, hope that we discard Deadweight. We did not. Alright. So the Frostbite does not go through shields. That's important, because this guy is going to make it to the top, according to what we see so far. Don't really like him making it to the top. I'm not sure what I could do about it, though. Let's start with a Shade Splitter. We get an Umbra Morsel, exactly what you want when you have a revenge power, basically. We can also play Making of a Morsel down here. I think that's really nice. Making of a Morsel. That gives us the Morsel Miner. I'm confused why the Morsel Miner has the golden border around it, because you can't actually master these cards, right? Because you can't have them in your deck. Anyway, they appear to be mastered for some reason. I think that's just an appearance thing. So both of those go there, and that means that you're actually gaining health rather than losing health this turn. Do I want to play the Train Steward somewhere? What would the Train Steward do for me? Basically nothing. We can't defeat that Collector. There's no way we can defeat the Collector. And I want you to die, maybe? No, it doesn't really matter if you die. It only matters if the Discipled Foot Soldier dies. And we can't make him die. So let's play a Foregone Power. Hopefully it discards a Train Steward. It did. How about that? Now we can do another Foregone Power. Get down to 1 health and then go back up to 13. Oh, the Collector didn't go away because it was dazed. Now that's interesting. We did not draw any of the foregone powers when we had Crypt Builder in our hand. How unfortunate. Okay, so I do want to play a Train Steward here so that we can get the Collector. You're going to make it to the top, and then the Pyre will kill you after you deal 5 damage. Doesn't bother me too much. You will not make it to the top because of all of your Frostbite. So, 1 Train Steward to kill the Collector. Making of a Morsel. The Incant gains Shard. We've got 6 shards. Alright. Making of a Morsel, Shade Splitter. Don't really care about your attack as much as I care about your life. So we kind of got the wrong one. I would have preferred to get you 6 more health than 6 more attack. Oh well. When does Resolve happen? Does Resolve happen after every combat phase? Or Revenge? Revenge, okay. So since you've got Revenge, this one is going to take a ton of Frostbite damage. And we only now drew the Guardian Stone. So the Making of a Morsel does do something, but we could also just play a Crypt Builder. Crypt Builder wins this one. So, Crypt Builder. And now we win. He dies from frostbite. And then the boss essentially dies from frostbite here, because it has a ton of frostbite. We did take 5 damage, but otherwise that went quite well. I don't mind taking 5 damage in the first one. So offering token allows me to choose which one I discard. The energy siphon gives spell weakness. I do like that, but I think I want the offering token this time. We essentially want as much offering synergy as we can get. And I don't really care about the Cuddle Hex. Not with the deck that we have. So offering token it is. Let's hope that does something for us. We could get even another Making of a Morsel for more morsel miners. Or we could use the Mind Collapse. The Mind Collapse could targeted destroy an enemy, which is nice because none of the spells that we have are targeted. They all hit the front unit. Consume. Apply 1 times damage shield. Oh, I do like my damage shield. Not what I want in this particular one. I'm going to take a Mind Collapse because I think it might be good. Not sure yet, but I think it might be good. So here's our unit draft. The Siren of the Sea seems quite nice here. I like that incant ability. I don't think the Alloyed Construct would be great. I mean, it seems like it could be very good. The Morsel Master is also rather good, though. Considering that we have 5 cards in our deck that create morsels, the Morsel Master might be the right thing to do, rather than the Siren of the Sea. I think the Morsel Master is what we want, but I would be happy to take a Siren of the Sea later if it shows up again. Okay, do we want a Stygian unit or an Umbral unit? Maybe neither. Do we want a Merchant of Magic or a Merchant of Steel? Probably a Merchant of Magic? Probably a Merchant of Magic. So we're going this way. Let's take the Divine Horde and get an artifact. Mask of Penumbra. When you play your first morsel unit each turn, draw 1. That seems pretty nice. That is almost like drawing 1 extra card every turn. At the start of the battle, draw until you have 10 cards. That's fine. Affects only your first turn, though. Token of a Traitor. Playing a spell deals 2 damage to a random enemy unit on that floor. Ooh. Ooh, I like that one. Let's take the Token of the Traitor. And then see what the Umbral unit is before we go to the Merchant of Magic. And we could take a Crucible Warden. The Crucible Warden is how we won last time. I'm going to take an Alloyed Construct. I'm going to try to do something different than last time, because I could just do this again and create an enormous spell shield potentially. Let's do something different. Take the Alloyed Construct. Upgrade a spell to remove Consume. We don't actually have a Consume spell, right? We do not. Upgrade a spell with plus 10 magic power. Let's take that first. Plus 10 magic power. What would that do to this one? It'd do 3x plus 10. I actually really like that. Even though the Crypt Builders have attuned, which means magic power helps them more, I kind of like giving the Mind Collapse more, because then we could use it after we've used all of our Ember and then still gain 2 Ember at the end. Thinking about it. I think I will. I'm going to try to use the Mind Collapse well. We'll see. And then Emberstone is always nice. Might want to put it on Making of a Morsel. Yes, let's put it on Making of a Morsel, so we get the Morsel Miners cheaper. And then reroll. Let's get more. We could do another Power Stone. Happy with that. Put that on a Crypt Builder. And let's get another Emberstone. We have purged 0 cards. Could do another Making of a Morsel. Could do it on a Crypt Builder, but I kind of want to try to make it so that we discard the Crypt Builders rather than play them outright. So let's do it on Making of a Morsel again. And we'll purge a card later. Do need to get rid of those Train Stewards. Disciple Conduits. Non-boss enemies enter with spikes 3. That's actually good for us, right? It's bad for the Alloyed Construct, but it's good for the Solgard the Martyr as long as it lives at the beginning. It's bad for the Morsel Master. I'm going to take it. I think that this might hurt. But even if it hurts, I don't think we're dying. We just might lose our champion, which would be bad. So we can't play the champion at the bottom, because if we play the champion at the bottom, it just dies turn 1. And these all have haste, which means they're going to the top floor next turn, which is not good for us. Huh. What does that mean we do? I think we play Solgard the Martyr at the top. We play Solgard the Martyr at the top. We play Making of a Morsel. And we add a Morsel Miner right here. So it will be eaten. And then I could just play a Train Steward at the bottom to get rid of it. I don't mind that plan. And then I'm going to put the Alloyed Construct in the middle, with the idea that I will sometimes kill things at the bottom. Although, we have to actually play a Morsel unit here before it does anything. Alright, Train Steward there. Hopefully we get some spells next turn that can deal with the units that are going to threaten my champion. Oh right, they often get dazed at the bottom. That's kind of a reason to do things at the bottom. Oh well. We want to play Morsel Master. The Offering Token is better played than not played, basically. So let's play it. Offering Token. Ho-ho. And we can use a Crypt Builder. Discard that. Taking less damage here now. In fact, we're only taking 4 damage now. Oh, right. The Mind Collapse I think I'm going to use to kill this Conduit Infiltrator down here. Which means I want this one to be stronger. Morsel Master there. Might be better to put it up there, but I chose to put it next to the Alloyed Construct. And then we really don't... Doesn't matter what order we play these cards in. So let's play the Shade Splitters at the top so that we get the shard value up there. and we just randomly kill things. Maybe we should be randomly killing things at the bottom, actually. Let's randomly kill things at the bottom. I think that's more important than the shards. Ho, we got that one. Okay, well, in that case, which one do we randomly kill next? I guess it's you, the Discipled Foot Soldier. And then we randomly kill another one of these. Oh right, Token of a Traitor is doing great. We want the Ant Umbra morsel here, right? We kind of want them both places, but the lifesteal works really well on our alloyed construct. So you get some fuel and some life steal. So I'm curious about the fuel. So he's got 2 fuel. He didn't have anybody to attack, so he didn't use any of his fuel. Cannot attack unless it has fuel. How does that interact with the multi-strike? Does the multi-strike attack twice? I don't know how we're going to learn that. And what do I do with these train stewards? I want them out of the deck, so I might as well play them at the bottom, right? Could play them in the middle. Let's play one... No, because I want to be able to play morsels, and the train stewards take up 2 slots for some reason. So, 2 train stewards at the bottom. And then we're going to do a foregone power up here, so that we get the inert. Or the incant, I mean. And then maybe if we do this one here, we'll save some fuel. And that might be good. Let's do it. Save some fuel. Just in case that matters. Okay. It looks like my train stewards are dying. Surprise. I do want to kill this one. And the way that you kill that one is by playing spells down here and hoping that that one dies. So let's play a Making of a Morsel. Making of a Morsel down here. Ho, it killed that one. Alright. Do I need to play any other spells down here? No, because a Train Steward takes that one out. Do I need to play... Do I expect him to win? Kind of expect him to win, so we don't need to play any more incant spells. So let's play another Shade Splitter. And then apply Frostbite. Actually, apply Frostbite last. We want Making of a Morsel Minor right here. And then the Rebel Morsel up here. I guess the Guardian Stone is going to go at the top too. Never really needed him. And then apply more Frostbite. I think we win next turn. On floor 2. With our really big guy. He just needs enough fuel to actually win. He already has enough fuel to win. Let's just win. Nice. That went quite well. We collect our money. We have mastered all of these cards. Do I want the Mollusk Mage? Do I want another Crypt Builder? With all of the ways that we have to discard cards, it might be good to just add another Crypt Builder. I don't really want Titan's Gratitude, because adding even another way to discard cards is not as good as adding cards with Offering right now. I think I will take a Crypt Builder. Space Prism is interesting. Packed Morsels is not bad. The main problem with Packed Morsels is that we might not be able to fit 3 morsels in a single turn. I'm very interested to do Space Prism. Let's do it. So a Merchant of Magic or an artifact. Let's get an artifact, and I still don't really care about divine boons that much. So an artifact or concealed caverns first. I think concealed caverns first. What is in here? Ho ho! The shivering blacksmith braces against the stinging wind. She's like a small mounting. So last time, we took the good old Wingmaker and it was amazing. We are going to take the good old Wingmaker again. Yes, that is going to go wonderfully in this deck. I am excited about that one. So, Titan's Claws. At the end of turn, frozen cards are reduced to 0 Ember until played or discarded. Rationing Scales. Rationing Scales could kill us. It could kill us, but it also would give us money. I've never tried out the Rationing Scales, so we're going to try it this time. And I think it's not the best, but I'm going to try it. So we got the Nameless Siren, where we can incant to gain Rage, or the Eel Gorgon, where we can incant to gain Multi-Strike. The Eel Gorgon has helped us amazingly previous times. The Nameless Siren has done quite well before too. I would be happy with either of these. I'm going to take the Nameless Siren. And we're already at Talos the Architect. Let's go. Protective Sin. Enemy units enter with Armor 5. Talos attacks every turn and pushes attacked units back. The pushing attacked units back might be a small problem for us. We'll see. If we play Solgard the Martyr at the bottom, does she just die this turn? Yes, she just dies this turn. That's the main problem with this champion, is you can't play her on the first turn often. The Nameless Siren would go very well with Solgard the Martyr. But so does the Morsel Maker. Oh, actually, we might not die. We're likely to die. Never mind. Never mind. For a second there, I realized that both of these had Dazed on, and the fact that they both had Dazed means that we could possibly not die, but he's dealing 18 and she's dealing 8, so that's 26 damage. None of our units can survive that. How much does this deal? 2 damage to a random enemy unit? Really not enough. And this applies Frostbite to the front unit. Overall, that's not very helpful. I think we want Solgard the Martyr at the top, because she really needs a few turns to get ready. Where does that mean we put the Nameless Siren, though? The Morsel Master... Well, let's see what's in the Shade Splitter. Let's put you up top first. And then... do we play the Nameless Siren and then the Shade Splitter, or do we play the Morsel Master at the top? I think we need the Morsel Master at the top. So we're just going to play Shade Splitter. We get a Rubble Morsel. I like the Rubble Morsel. Rubble Morsel gives us more energy next turn, which we might use to play to hard cast a Crypt Builder, for example. Rubble Morsel goes here, and then do we play the Nameless Siren? If we play it, it's going on floor 2. If we play it, it might die. Because it only has 10 health. I think we hold on to it for now. So, Frostbite 6 to you. Deal 2 damage to a random one. Not a great first turn, honestly. But at least we have another turn to get ready. To some extent. Oh, the Space Prism could have gone at the top and done good things. It might still. The Alloyed Construct could go at the bottom. It would only take 5 damage this turn. It would only take 5 damage this turn, but it doesn't have any fuel, so it doesn't get to do anything yet. I think the Guardian Stone goes at the top. Seems important. And then where do we want more space? Basically at the top we've decided that we're not going to get a whole lot more space. I am going to put the Alloyed Construct at the bottom, because I feel like we've got to use him. We've got him, we've got to use him. And what do we need space for? We need space for morsels and train stewards and the Nameless Siren. I think we're going to make more space at the top. And then I could play the train stewards just to get rid of them. In fact, if I put them at the bottom, then the Alloyed Construct, well, I can put one of them at the bottom. Protect the Alloyed Construct for a little bit. Then I could play this one here just to let it die. I think I will. Not going very well so far. I fear for this battle, actually. Oh no. So we have to be able to do something at the top this turn. We can do something. We can do something at least. I can deal damage to this one and kill it. Kind of want to play a train steward. But if I play a train steward, we can't guaranteed play the crypt builder. So I think what we do is we play the crypt builder at the top. Crypt builder at the top, hard cast it because we have to play it this turn. So crypt builder at the top, that deletes you, which is very important. And then this Mind Collapse can get rid of this one, the most dangerous one here. There. Now our champion isn't dying, which is very important. And then we could still play a train steward in the center just to get rid of it. I think I will continue doing that. Play train stewards to get rid of them. And then Frostbite 6 to something. We could do it here. There's really no point, except to make you deal more Frostbite to the boss. That's something, I guess. Deal a little bit more Frostbite to the boss. Or we could prepare for the future, because there are more enemies coming. I guess we played at the top, deal more Frostbite to the boss. Oh, and we actually got 2 damage to the boss from the Token of a Traitor. Unfortunately, your revenge is going to stop working very soon, because you're going to be pushed back. That's problematic. for our entire strategy. And we did not get any morsels to put at the bottom either. So the good old Wingmaker can do something here. Good old Wingmaker deals 6 damage to enemy units 2 times. You die. That is very convenient to us because I actually want you to die. I think we play Offering Token first. Offering Token here. Discard Train Steward, I guess? Discard Train Steward. Now, we want the good old Wingmaker at the top. Good old Wingmaker goes here. Defeats 2 of them, which means we get a whole lot more places to put morsels. However, we really need morsels at the bottom. Let's see what this Shade Splitter gives us. And is it worth playing this down here? We don't get the incant value, but I don't know that the incant value does much now that our champion is in the back. I mean, we do get this incant value with the armor 1. That's kind of nice. Let's get the armor 1. We can play one of these down here. I really want the Morsel Miner, probably. That gives you only 1 fuel. And then the Magma Morsel can go up here and make the Morsel Master really strong for a little while. Now, where does the Foregone Power go? This one's dying, so no reason to do that. I guess let's do it here. This deck needs something that it does not have. We're at least getting rid of Train Stewards by killing them off. Okay, we can guaranteed play a Crypt Builder with the Forgotten Power this turn. At least we can do that. You defeat this one. You only have 1 fuel, but you do defeat this one. So, oh, it says it right here. Fuel 1 negates the effect of inert for 1 turn, not 1 strike. That is an important distinction. So, up here we're playing Shade Splitter. The Ant Umbra Morsel could go at the bottom, or the Morsel Miner could go at the bottom. I think we probably want the Morsel Miner at the bottom. We could put both. Give him enough fuel that he can continue to do things. I don't know what I want in that respect, but we are playing something down here. Let's play the Morsel Miner. So up here we're going to play an Ant Umbra Morsel. Maybe I should have changed that because we get the double up here. Anyway, now we get to do Foregone Power and delete this one, and hopefully... I guess it doesn't mean that we're defeating you. We're just dealing a lot of damage to you. So you're going to get a hit on the Pyre. That's kind of how this one is going. This particular battle is going very poorly. At least we're almost done with this battle. We can guaranteed play the Crypt Builder with the Forgotten Power again this turn. So, start with Shade Splitters at the top. Shade Splitter, Shade Splitter. And then you are dying because this is the Relentless phase. Right. Forgot that this was the Relentless phase. Well, actually, if we play both of these morsels down here, you will deal a lot more damage before you die. Next, the Mind Collapse. Mind Collapse can take out one of these units. In particular, we can take out that one, so it doesn't deal as much damage to the pyre. I guess that's what we want. You will hit the pyre twice. You know, the rationing scales will heal the pyre every battle, so we actually don't care that much about pyre getting hit, which means maybe I shouldn't have done that. But we will play the Forgotten Power down here. That will play the Crypt Builder, and mean that we deal more damage to the boss this turn. We do need to deal a lot more damage to the boss, though, and I don't know where that damage is going to come from. Oh, he was inert. That's why he wasn't attacking back. Now then, we could play a Nameless Siren. We could play a Nameless Siren. Oh, we can play a Nameless Siren at the top. Oh, right, because we have all of this space. Yes. Okay, that was very nice. Now, Offering Token. We can discard... I guess we're going to discard a Forgotten Power. And then play the Train Steward. Hey, not there. Play the Train Steward up here. And where do I want it in the ordering? I guess here. And then the Frostbite should go on the boss. Deal a little bit of Frostbite damage. Okay. I think we're going to win. Yes, we do win. Almost all of our people die, but we win. We could save our people a little bit. Actually, we can save them. We can save them a fair amount. There we go. Now one more of them survive. Now two more of them survive. There we go. Won that battle. Effectively took 0 damage on the pyre because it just goes back up to 50 due to the rationing scales. But it didn't go well. Did not go well. We could get the Shroud Spike. I think the Shroud Spike could go very well in this deck. Forever Consumed, I don't really want. The Kindle doesn't do anything until you have something like Shroud Spike. So let's take the Shroud Spike. And then here's another Alloyed Construct. Let's look at Unit Essences. The Unit Essence makes it inert. Oh, how about that? This one does Spell Weakness. This one does Incant Armor 2. I'm thinking about taking the Guard of the Unnamed and stapling it on another unit. Because the Incant Armor 2 is rather nice. So let's take that with the intention of sacrificing it. Now, do I need more Ember or more cards? I don't need more space. I have a few things that give me more space. I think we need more cards. I'm going to try not to make the mistake I made last time, which is drawing too many cards so that my hand is full all the time. Ooh, we definitely need the Unstable Vortex. I don't really care too much about the Umbra unit. And this 75 gold is interesting because the 20 pyre health actually becomes 60 gold to us. So this is only a little bit better than Pyre health, actually. Let's go to the left. I think first we should click that button and then see what the champion upgrade is. So we could get the Cold Channel. Cold Channel 2 gives it a lot more health. Oh, that's nice. Otherwise, phased means that we have to play 4 spells before she turns on, and then she's better. I think this one is probably the better one still. And I think I'm going to take this one again because what does Cold Channel 3 do? I want to know. I'm making weird choices, and the weird choices might be a problem. Let's remove 2 train stewards. Really don't like those train stewards. I know what I want to do in the Divine Temple, at least one thing. We could do a Twin Stone as well. We would get a ton of pack shards if we did both the Engage Pact and the Twin Stone. But Engage Pact, we essentially chose Guard of the Unnamed so that we could staple it to another unit. Probably the Nameless Siren. So sacrifice the Guard of the Unnamed. Actually, let's toggle the unit essences. This one gives Rage 1. This one gives Armor 2. I think we want this one more. We could go either way, though. We could sacrifice the Nameless Siren and put it on the Guard of the Unnamed, or the opposite way. I think I'm going to do this one. Sacrifice the Guard of the Unnamed and staple it on top of the Nameless Siren. Now all we need to do is actually upgrade that unit. Twin Stone. If we were to Twin Stone something, what would we Twin Stone? The good old Wingmaker? The Mind Collapse? The good old Wingmaker would be really nice with a Twin Stone, right? I'm going to do it. Twin Stone on the good old Wingmaker. Now I really want to visit a Merchant of Magic. We can duplicate any card except our champion. What would we duplicate? We could duplicate one of the 2 things that we just upgraded. Could duplicate the Shroud Spike. Maybe we duplicate Making of a Morsel, so that we get more Morsel Miners. Because we might need those units a lot. We could duplicate the Morsel Master, so that we have 2 places where we get double morsels. What I actually want to duplicate is the good old Wingmaker, but I don't think I want to duplicate it right now. So I think I might duplicate Making of a Morsel. Alright, don't feel very confident, especially because we just upped our pack shards and we weren't doing incredibly well previously. The Pyrelite Master. Resolve gain 5, so triggers after combat. He doesn't seem too bad, I guess. Enemies entering with Spell Shield 2 seems bad. That would make the Crypt Builders pretty pointless. It would make the good old Wingmaker kind of bad. And it would make the Mind Collapse really bad. I don't think we turn that one on. Okay, I would love to play this one at the bottom this time. It looks like we can do that. We can actually do a fair amount of decent things here. Yes, we can do a decent amount of things here. So, put Solgard the Martyr at the bottom. Put the Morsel Master behind her. Play Making of a Morsel. Play the Morsel Miner, which we get 2 of. And then Foregone Power. We want to play that one last, actually. So, where do we put the Alloyed Construct? It's probably not going to be good on the 2nd floor, so let's put it on the 3rd floor. And then Mind Collapse just deals some damage to one of them. Does it matter which one? It kind of does. We're dealing 10 damage. You have regen 10. You don't. I think we need to hit you. And then we hit you harder. So you're actually losing some health now. You should be giving Frostbite to both of them. Yes, he's going to get Frostbite, but only 3 because we only played 3 spells. And we did play all the cards in our hand when we drew 1 card, by the way. Okay, this turn. This turn I actually like the Nameless Siren on the 2nd floor. I do like that. On the other hand, we could put the Nameless Siren at the bottom. I like that too. Let's put the Nameless Siren at the bottom. So Nameless Siren at the bottom. In the back? Yes, in the back. And then we play Space Prism down here, so we can play Morsels here again. And then we play Shade Splitter and Shade Splitter. And then, which type of morsel would we like? Probably this one, I think, down here. And the Rubble Morsel at the top? Yes, I think that's what I would like. So Rubble Morsel at the top, that means that you get to attack for a turn. And then Forgotten Power could go on you. I think it would be fine on you. Or we could put it down here so we increase the Shard, the Rage. That's a pretty nice thing too. But we lose the benefit of the Frostbite 6. I think I want the Frostbite 6 on this guy. Okay. We are at least surviving. And remember that a couple units getting to the pyre is not a problem because of the rationing scales. It's just that if a lot of them get to the pyre, it's real bad. So we could play Offering Token and discard the Crypt Builder. That way we could defeat this one before this one makes it to the pyre. Or we could defeat this one right here, which means we deal more damage to the rest of these units. Kind of like doing the Crypt Builder down here. So Offering Token, draw 1, discard a Crypt Builder. We actually don't care which one, so let's discard the lesser Crypt Builder. That way we can consider playing the greater Crypt Builder. We do want to play Making of a Morsel down here. Ho ho, we got a Morsel Miner. And we've got Shroud Spike. question. Do we play that up here? Or do we just let these enemies make it to the top? I think we play it up here. Do we play the train steward first? The train steward would die. It wouldn't even take out the collector. It would die before taking out the collector. So never mind, no train steward. I think what we do is we play Morsel Miner up here, and then we play Shroud Spike on it to consume it 8 times. And then now nothing makes it to the pyre. Great. Nothing makes it to the pyre. We might not win on the bottom floor because I did that, but we will very likely win on the top floor because I did that. There's the good old Wingmaker. The good old Wingmaker doesn't defeat units, though, which makes it a lot worse. I would have preferred to have it last turn. It needs more upgrades on it. Well, we're at least doing this. We are doing a Morsel Miner up here. We can play Guardian Stone, I guess, at the top. No reason not to play the Guardian Stone at the top. And then Shade Splitter, you play it down here, but you put it at the top. And then good old Wingmaker. No reason not to play it down here, even though, unfortunately, it doesn't do a whole lot. It does add another good old Wingmaker into our deck that costs 2. And we hope not to discard it, because we hope to discard Crypt Builder. Darn. So that spell chain has actually hurt us so far. That spell chain upgrade has only made the game harder for us. It has not made it easier. So you are dying due to frostbite, and then you're taking the rest of them out, no problem. The good old Wingmaker doesn't do much. Making of a Morsel is good. The Morsel Miner is good. We can put that here. And then what? We can play more spells. I guess we'll play a Shade Splitter and play a Morsel Excavator up here. I actually really like the Lifesteal 1 on this one. And then what? If we play the good old Wingmaker, it'll create another 2-cost good old Wingmaker. So I actually don't want to play it. Guess we'll just play this. Yeah. We need an Emberstone on that good old Wingmaker. Although I do actually want 2 more upgrades on it, which is a problem, because we can't exactly do that. Oh, we're already winning. Let's just click the end turn button and win. We're winning with all of the frost that we're doing, I guess. The frostbite damage stacks up quite quickly during the Relentless phase. Not really any other time, but during the Relentless phase, it stacks up really fast. Oh, actually, it died before the frostbite. Never mind. I was wrong about that. Spike of the Stygian can add sap and frostbite. Urchin Spine can add spell weakness to all the enemy units. What are these things actually doing for me? Urchin Spines isn't bad. The spell weakness is fine. It makes the good old Wingmakers a little bit better. Makes the mine collapse a little bit better. but it also is another card in the deck that we have to draw through, which I don't like as much. I think I'm going to skip these for now. Apply damage shield 1 to friendly units. Add 3 uncommon or rare morsels to your hand. Not something I want. Void Binding is applied damage shield 2, rage 6, and ember drain 3. Ouch. Grovel is the smaller version of Gem Trove. Do I want Grovel? It's another source of morsels, which is good. I still don't want it though. Okay, we skipped cards. Don't like that we skipped so many cards. There is a Merchant of Trinkets on the left, but there's a Merchant of Magic on the right. I want both of them. I also want the Unstable Vortex. Ick. I want basically all of these. But the Merchant of Magic, I think, is very important right now. We have some things that absolutely need to be upgraded. So, let's go this way. Visit the Concealed Caverns first. Ooh, this one's new. A cave of 1,000 eyes seems to awaken as you grow near. From deep within a voice emerges. Relinquish your life or your wealth, and you may be rewarded, if you are deemed worthy. You don't often make offerings to unknown beasts, but you consider making an exception for this cave. Do you toss in your tribute? So, actually losing 5 pyre health doesn't do anything because of rationing scales, so let's offer some health. A loud belch emerges from the shadowy depths. Your tribute disappears into the darkness, but no recognition of your worth follows. Your worth has yet to be determined. Only further tribute will sway us further. Do you make another offering? Yes, we do. We continue to offer health. And we get Tethys' Scales. 50% chance to apply Spell Weakness 1 when an enemy unit enters your train. I think it's worth it. Let's take it. A loud belch emerges from the shadowy depths. We've deemed you worthy. Why, thank you. I have been deemed worthy by the mysterious beasts. Upgrade a spell to remove consume and cost 1 more. Ooh. Ooh. We could do that to Shroud Spike. And we could Shroud Spike over and over again. That seems incredible, right? Eternal Stone on Shroud Spike. So it does get the X-1, but I don't think that bothers me too much. Surge Stone. We cannot put on anything that I want to put it on. I want to consume my starting deck cards, but they don't have magic power effects. We do want the Ember Stone. We want that on good old Winkmaker first. Because that means the spell chain makes it the second one cost 1. So instead of costing 3 to play 2, it only costs 1 to play 2. That's really nice. Would love to have another upgrade on it, though. And then, let's reroll. We can take another Ember Stone. A Keep Stone. When played, this card is placed on top of your draw pile next turn. And then the Power Stone is always good. Let's start with the Power Stone. Upgrade another Crypt Builder. Ember Stone. I see no reason not to put that on Shroud Spike. What else would we do with Shroud Spike? So let's make it so that it's normally just an X cost instead of an X+1 cost. And then Holdover. What spell would we like that to be on? And there's no reason not to click this button. I don't actually have to pay. until we choose a thing. So the Mind Collapse is fine. Offering Token is fine. The Making of a Morsel is fine. That would mean we'd get a morsel unit every turn once we play that. I think it's not worth the 100 gold. Let's instead purge a card, and I really want to purge one of these Foregone Powers. Foregone Powers. Can't say the name of the card. Get it out of here. And let's purge another one. Only one more right now, though. And the next one we're purging is a Train Steward. And then we're going to purge more cards. We're going to purge another Train Steward. And another Foregone Power. Having 2 in the deck seems reasonable, having 4 seems unreasonable. Let's look at this, but not get it. How about that? Extreme Stone. True Stone. Both of those add magic power to cards. If the Gold Wingmaker had a place to put it in, I would put it in. But otherwise, don't think we care. So let's keep moving on. Who awaits us next? The Crystal Cloak. Relentless Stealth 8. The Stealth 8 is very significant here. Non-boss enemy units get more attack. The fact that he has Sweep makes me not want to turn that on. Yeah, I guess we're not going to turn that on. It's unfortunate, though. I would love to turn that on. Are they both dazed? No. They both got the spell weakness, though. Let's see here. We can't really play the Crypt Builders and play other things. It's really important to play the other things. I think we play Solgard the Martyr, the Nameless Siren, and 2 Shade Splitters. I do like that the Solgard the Martyr has gotten good enough that we can play it on the first floor more reliably on the first turn. Ho-ho, we got that one. Got it with the Token of a Traitor. I do like that. That has helped out kind of a lot so far. We can only play one of these morsels. Which one matters more? Having more energy next turn, or the Umbra morsel? Or more... I think the Rubble morsel might be good. So, more energy next turn. Oh, wait. Oh no. He has Sweep. He just kills the thing. Well, I should have played it somewhere else. Should have played it at the top. And just let it sit there until we had somebody else to eat it. Like him. Wouldn't it be nice if I had played the morsel at the top here, and then played him this turn? Darn. Still, the bottom is no problem right now. So let's make the top better. And that means an Alloyed Construct and a Morsel Master. And then we play the Making of a Morsel down here, but we actually put it up here. There we go. And we do take out the Collector with the Morsel Master, too. We could deal damage to this one or this one. I guess we want to deal damage to this one with the Offering Token. On the other hand, that does increase the Rage and the Shard values if we do it down here. But you need to die. Actually, do you need to die? If you get to the top, you'll deal some damage, but that's it. Yeah, you probably don't need to die. The spell weakness, though. The spell weakness 1. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Let's discard the Crypt Builder. Hit you really hard. And we can even... If we do the Foregone Power, it kills you. Oh, but I should have played the other card first. Whoops, that was a mistake. I discarded that card because I forgot the Foregone Power discarded cards. The thing that I don't like about the card, basically. Whoops. We killed that unit, though. The good old Wingmaker is here. You have a Spell Shield 1. Ooh, also the Shroud Spike is here. And the Mind Collapse. So we can do some interesting things. Because we could play many things. I think we want to see what's in the Shade Splitter first. Step 1. Do we want this? Do we want to Shroud Spike that one? I think we do want to Shroud Spike that one. So step 2 is good old Wingmaker. Step 3 is good old Wingmaker. Yes, I think so. Alright, Token of a Traitor, do not hit this one. Please. Do not hit that one. Great. No, you did. Bad Token of a Traitor. You took away the Ember I was going to use by slaying something with the Mind Collapse. Oh well. Which means the Shroud Spike is not nearly as good this time. And we should have played the Guardian Stone instead. Oh well. I think we still... There's no reason to play Shroud Spike. Actually, there's a small reason. Let's play it. Small reason to play this. Because it does give you a fair amount of fuel. And then the Mind Collapse no longer gains us Ember. But we can still play it to deal some damage. To anybody. Guilty. We didn't actually put that much Frostbite on this turn, because this one didn't have the revenge effect, because it was not damaged. Ooh, 13 times 2 is not great to see. You are dying. Where do I want the space? Probably want the space at the bottom. Yeah, I want the space at the bottom. That one just dies. That means Mind Collapse might not have something to attack. Actually, it could deal with this one. And that might be quite nice. Don't really need the Ember this turn, though. We can get a Rubble Morsel. We can do Morsel Miners. Morsel Miners are really nice. Where do I want to put all my morsels? I basically get to put 2 up here, or, well, one copied up here, and 2 down here. So where do I want them? I guess the Rubble Morsel can go down here. What do we have in our deck? We have the Shroud Spike in the deck. Okay, I'm going to play the Rubble Morsel at the top, therefore, so that we get more Ember for next turn, in case that matters. And then the Morsel Miner and the Antumber Morsel can go down here. I think I will just take you out with the Mind Collapse. And then... You are already dying from Frostbite, so the only place it's useful to play this is here. And nobody's making it to the pyre. Great. I like that nobody's making it to the pyre. We did not draw what I wanted, but we did draw offering token, so we might still draw it. We did not. Discard the deadweight. We can make a lot of morsels, but we cannot play all of those morsels. I guess we play the Guardian Stone at the top, because it doesn't have enough space to play 2 morsel cards. So now it does. Oh no, the sweep. I just lost my Guardian Stone. Unless I play these spells up here, because you could get armor. Whoops. All right, play the spells so that we don't lose the thing that we just got up here. There we go. Now you're not dying. For the same reason as before, I'm going to play the Rubble Morsel up here. Are we going to have a morsel, though? Oh, the Shroud Spike doesn't do much if we don't have a morsel. Oh well. There's no way to prevent a morsel from being eaten, so we're just going to play these 2 morsels down here. Oh, right. I keep forgetting that the sweep destroys morsel usage. Final wave. So you are not currently dying. The Shroud Spike does nothing for us. We could play a good old Wingmaker a couple times. We could play a Crypt Builder and the Foregone Power and hope that it discards another Crypt Builder. I think we're just going to play as many spells as possible, because really it's the revenge that's probably going to defeat this unit. So let's do as many spells as possible, which means good old Wingmaker first, then a good old Wingmaker, then Shroud Spike we can't play. Okay, never mind. Foregone Power. And we don't win. But somehow you don't die either? Isn't this the Relentless phase? Oh, we are winning. I guess I looked over here before it had updated, and then I looked over here after it had updated. Never mind. We win. Great, I feel like our deck is working now, but it's kind of just barely working. I would like it to work more. Permafrost, consume, apply silence to enemy units. Or the Glacial Seal, which we can apply Frostbite to enemy units. The Glacial Seal seems like it's good for what we're doing. Apply daze to enemy units and discard your hand. With as many Crypt Builders as we have, that might be good. I think the Glacial Seal is what we want. Deal 20 damage to a random enemy unit 3 times, slay, gain 2 Ember. Or we could play Cannibalize. We actually can't use this one as much as we did last time because our units don't immediately eat the morsels. Which means I think I don't want those. And I'm struggling for this to actually become better. Oh, well, here we go. Of course you can come. I would love to have Hef the Blacksmith with the maid to fit. Alright, Hef the Blacksmith. That's actually very nice. There's another Merchant of Magic. There's a Merchant of Steel over here. How far are we from the end? So we're going to get 15 from taking an artifact there. And then there's a Divine Temple at the end. So that's going to give us 15. That's going to put us at 70. This could easily do the rest. We do not have to go to the Divine Temple this time. I think I want another Merchant of Magic. So let's go over this way. Get our artifact first. Gorge abilities trigger an additional time. Or the guild marker. You know, getting the guild marker this early is really nice. The Fossilized Fangs is quite nice. We used it to great effect last time, but our Gorge abilities are only gaining fuel. That's our only Gorge ability. So let's get the guild marker. It's definitely worth more than 25 gold, which is what we would have gotten if we skipped it. Restore the Pyre health, which gives us more gold, actually. Just look at what this has, but maybe not take it. Yeah, it has the same two. I don't think I care about those. Okay, we've got Keepstone again. And we have another Emberstone is always good. Let's get another Emberstone. At this point, what are we putting it on? Maybe a Crypt Builder, because it seems like we have to play those Crypt Builders directly. The other option is to put it on an X-Cost card. No, let's not do that. Put it on a Crypt Builder. Do we want a spell to gain holdover? What spells would we want? Still don't think so. Not what we want. So let's reroll. Greatest spell to gain double stack. That's pretty bad. I don't want to do those with either of those spells. So I guess we're just getting one more Emberstone, putting it on the other upgraded Crypt Builder. And we are purging one card. Could get rid of another Foregone Power. Or I could get rid of a Shade Splitter. Actually, I kind of want the Shade Splitters. So I think I get rid of another Foregone Power. I'll leave the last one in the deck, though. I think I do want one of them, just not as many of them. And Fell the Wings of Light. Let's go. So the Alabaster Guardians have Spell Shield 5, and Fell empowers units with armor. Okay. The Alabaster Guardians are sort of a problem. Ooh, man. I want to play too many cards this first turn. Too many of them. We could do Solgard the Martyr, Making of a Morsel, and Shroud Spike, and just keep the turn there. Would that be good? These units would get pretty far up. We wouldn't have Hef the Blacksmith, which I think is really nice to have. And in particular, I would like Hef the Blacksmith on floor 2. That trample ability is really nice for getting rid of extraneous units. So maybe what we do is we do Hef the Blacksmith on floor 2, we do Solgard the Martyr at the bottom, and then we play Making of a Morsel here for the incant value, and then we play the morsel down here because giving you extra health is important. And then we immediately Shroud Spike to eat that morsel twice. Yeah. I think that's a decent, if not wonderful, first turn. We added a fair amount of frostbite to units, which is good. Guard of the Unnamed could go at the top. You're not dying currently this turn, but you are likely dying later. We can play the Crypt Builder. Actually, the Crypt Builder could make it so that you do die this turn. On the other hand, the Crypt Builder could go at the bottom. No, we don't need the Crypt Builder at the bottom. I think having the Crypt Builder played here is actually really nice. And then, do we want the Nameless Siren to be played here? Or at the bottom? Don't know yet. Let's play the Crypt Builder here first. Great. Now then. So good old Wingmaker can do a couple things. We could get a lot of space on our floors. I'm going to play a Guard of the Unnamed down here. Yeah, we have enough energy to do, or Ember to do, most of the things I want to do. Morsel Master also goes at the bottom. Then we play a good old Wingmaker here, which defeats that back unit and makes more space. And we play a Making of the Morsel here. And then we play another good old Wingmaker here, which kills most of these units and makes more space on the second floor. So we're going to focus on the first floor and the second floor. Ooh, Guided by Candles. Unlocked the Melting Remnant. I've got the last clan in the game unlocked. Great, we get to play as those next time. And then the Morsel Miner definitely goes here. And seems like a good turn. Alright. The first and the second floor are going to smash hard, and the top floor we're probably just not going to use. You're not dying. Is there a way we could make you die? There are ways. Guardian Stone. Okay, we've got too many things I want to play. How many of these can we play before we play for Foregone Power? We could play this one, then we could play the Mind Collapse, kill a unit, which would allow us to play Glacial Seal, and then we could play the Foregone Power playing Crypt Builder. Seems nice. So that's my general plan. Do I want to reorder those in any way? I want to play the Glacial Seal first. Where do I want the Glacial Seal? I guess it's going to be here, because this is where we have all of the places to put units. So you go here. I actually want this at the bottom, but we need to place morsels at the bottom. So that goes there. And then we play a Guardian Stone up here too. Two different stone units. Then we play Mind Collapse, defeating a unit. Kinda doesn't matter which one. Just that it defeats it. And then we can play the Shade Splitter on either floor. I actually want to play it on this floor now. The Rubble Morsel can go at the bottom, giving us more energy next turn, which is great, I think. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. And then the Foregone Power goes here, discarding the Crypt Builder, which means we defeat that unit, and we're going to deal damage to the boss. Great. We actually took out the Alabaster Guardian at the bottom, so we're going to start dealing damage. Aside from the frostbite we do. I said that I wanted more space down here. Do I still want more space down here? It helps a little bit, especially if we draw a good old Wingmaker. So let's do this down here. How are you doing? You're dying. Okay. If you're dying, no reason to pay attention to that floor. Let's do everything else down here. Well, except for the morsels. We can't put all the morsels down here. Making of a morsel, making of a morsel. And then which one of these morsel types would we like down here? We could gain tons of energy next turn. We might draw Shroud Spike. Kind of want to get a lot of energy. Would we get a morsel unit? We've got 2 options for a morsel unit. So maybe. If I want lots of energy, then I play this down here. And I play the other 3 up here. There. Alright. That one dies to Frostbite. How much Frostbite does the boss have? 19? That's okay. It's basically chip damage against the boss. But that chip damage isn't terrible. Okay, we did get Shroud Spike. So we get to play Making of a Morsel. Let's do that down here. Then we get to play a Morsel Miner. Do I want to play that here and give Hef the Blacksmith a ton of attack? Or do I want to play it at the bottom? I think I want Hef the Blacksmith to have a ridiculous amount of attack, right? Yes. Hef the Blacksmith, get big and strong. I'm doing this primarily because this is the unit with trample, so doing all of that trample damage is nice. And then, if we don't want him to get to the top, we need to do the Foregone Power up here and hope to discard a Crypt Builder. We did not discard a Crypt Builder. How unfortunate. Okay, well, there it is. He will get to the top and deal some damage to the pyre, but I no longer believe that Fell the Wings of Light is going to make it past. We could do a Mind Collapse on you. You're making it to the top. I should not worry about you making it to the top. The good old Wingmaker I want to do here. Good old Wingmaker. Right? Hard to know. Let's do the good old Wingmaker down here. Let's do the second one up here. And then a Shade Splitter up here, why not? And then what I want to do is do the Mind Collapse. Yeah, Mind Collapse here. Then we do Offering Token, discarding the Crypt Builder. That destroys that unit. Means that we're doing more to the boss. And then let's keep using our spells here, since we have all that incant value up there. And then the Magma Morsel goes here, the Morsel Miner goes down here, because you need more health, and they both give the same amount of attack value. We take some damage on the pyre, which really doesn't matter. Okay, we played enough down here that we could actually play the Alloyed Construct down here. But if I do that, he's not the one that gains fuel. So let's play him here anyway. Okay. And then I don't think playing the Shade Splitter is beneficial. So let's play Making of a Morsel. Making of a Morsel. Play a Morsel Miner. Actually, we can play 2 Morsel Miners, which ends up being 4 Morsel Miners. Oh no, 7 unit limit. Why is the limit 7? Let's eat one of them. I didn't know the unit limit was 7. This is the first time I've actually encountered that rule. And then Foregone Power. So, I've learned a new thing. You can have up to 7 units. I wonder if that limit is more because of the visual than it is about some balancing of the game. We can play the Crypt Builder. We can actually play both Crypt Builders. Ho-ho. We can... It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what we play, because we've already won. Let's click the end turn button and win. All of our units die, but then Fell the Wings of Light dies from Frostbite. There was a lot of Frostbite. I didn't actually look at what the final number was, but there was a lot of Frostbite there. New clan unlocked, the Melting Remnant. Recruit the melting remains of the Waxen Arches. Melting souls and greedy thugs band together to reclaim hell. Alright. Wretch might be good in this deck. The Ice and Pyre, I'm still not interested in. Furnace Tap. Apply Multi-Strike 1 and Ember Drain 4. Ember Drain 4? That's so painful. Ember Drain 4. Let's use Wretch. And then, do we want more energy? I think I actually do want more energy. I'm tempted to click Herzl's Compound, but I think we want more energy. We've got X cost cards in the deck, as well as some offering cards that we're not currently doing much of the offering on. Alright, which way do we go here? To the left, there's the Unstable Vortex. Removing 2 cards. I honestly don't know what I would remove at this point. I think my deck is a little bit of a mess, but I don't know what cards I would remove in order to fix it. Similarly, what would I duplicate? We could duplicate a good old Wingmaker. We could duplicate the Shroud Spike. Duplicating the Shroud Spike is not too bad. And the Pyre Remains doesn't do much for me. So all we get this way is the duplication. This way we get a Merchant of Steel. I think I want that Merchant of Steel. Let's go this way. So let's get some money. Let's visit the Concealed Caverns to see what's in there. An Arcane Machine. Alright. I'm gonna press the button. Let's see if I have learned how to make orbs in this deck yet. Or in this game. So, are we benefiting our own units or doing something to the enemy units? That's the first question. So, against the enemy unit would be Sludge or Sap. For our own units, we would do Regen or Rage. I think I really like the Regen effect, especially for our champion. So let's go the Life. We pressed the Life icon. Which lever do we pull? So the damage effect would deal damage to the unit. We don't want that. Smooth Waves would do a heal. The upward pointing arrow does a buff. What's the buff, though? I honestly don't know what the buff is. I feel like I've clicked this before, but I still don't know what the buff is. But if we're doing regen, I don't think I want to double down on the heal, so let's do the buff. Do we switch any of these on? We definitely want to increase space. We really want more space on every floor. We have now 3 cards in our deck that help there. Alright, take the orb. The buff gives attack value. That's fine. Let's take it. And the Merchant of Steel. Actually, let's upgrade the champion first. So I've gone down cold channel every time. Now we learn that Frostbite 2 is what we get out of the final version of this. Yeah, sure, I'll take that. And then the Divine Horde we are definitely clicking on. The Infused Mallets are only okay. Pyrestone Housing is interesting, but how many upgrades can we buy? And then grant +2 stacks of Frostbite each time it is applied. Frostbite does not decay. The Cuddlebeard. The Cuddlebeard is the answer. That is great. So, Merchant of Steel. We could put a large stone on a unit. I've never seen the shield stone before. Damage shield 3. We could put that on something. We could put that on something, like Hef the Blacksmith or the Alloyed Construct. The Alloyed Construct might really benefit from a shield stone. The large stone also benefits that Alloyed Construct. Let's start with a large stone. Large stone on the Alloyed Construct. Yeah, Alloyed Construct. That's where I want the large stone. And then let's also give it damage shield. There we go. Alloyed Construct, all up to date. Heartstone. Because of the existence of sweep units, I'm really thinking about putting that on one of the stones, the Glacial Seal or the Guardian Stone. I think that's the main thing I'm thinking about. Morsel Master could also use it. Let's put it on the Guardian Stone. That makes the Guardian Stone not immediately die. And then reroll. Upgrade a unit with Quick. I love the Quick upgrade. What are we going to put that on? We're going to put that on Hef the Blacksmith. Because Hef the Blacksmith has Trample. So Trample and Quick might just destroy a bunch of units. Yes. Trample and Quick. There's very little reason not to click on these two, because they're only 15 apiece. Let's click on both of them. 10 more damage by the guard of the Nameless Siren. The Nameless Siren gets more damage, and we could give you more health too. You're kind of a back unit though. Let's put it on the Glacial Seal. I'm not purging a card, saving my money a little bit for this Trinket Salesman right there. Okay, number 7. The Conduit Masters. I definitely do not want to turn on Ancient Hate. We're turning on very few trials. But I'm okay with that. Now then, we can play almost all of the cards in our hand. Almost. Which means we should play almost all of them. What are you doing? You're granting multi-strike. That's painful. We can't deal with you, though. We're just going to play Solgard the Martyr. We're going to play the Guard of the Unnamed. And we're going to play a Shade Splitter and a Crypt Builder. Crypt Builder first or second? Doesn't really matter. It's going to destroy this unit because it has the spell weakness 1, thanks to Tethys' scales. Ooh, great. Anti-Umbra Morsel is essentially one of the ones that I wanted. And then Anti-Umbra Morsel. Okay, I really don't like that you are only taking 41. We need to hit you very hard, because you could kill the Pyre. Luckily the back one is taken out by Frostbite. We could put Hef the Blacksmith at the top. Hef the Blacksmith at the top might be very good. You're taking a lot of damage this turn. I do not like that. Putting the Glacial Seal down here seems pretty good. And then the Offering Token... I would like to play the Offering Token here in the hopes that it draws a Crypt Builder, and then I discard that Crypt Builder. That's what I want. So let's do that first. Please draw a Crypt Builder. You did not draw a Crypt Builder. You did draw something rather interesting, though. I guess we don't need the Foregone Power. Or maybe we discard the Glacial Seal because we're going to play the Shroud Spike this turn. On the morsel we get out of that. Yeah, I think that's the way. So we play Hef the Blacksmith at the top. We play the Making of the Morsel, the Incant value goes at the bottom. And then we do want the Space Prism at the bottom too. Don't like that you're taking so much damage. Yeah, I don't like that you're taking so much damage. That makes me wonder if I need to put something down here instead of at the top. Ooh. I was doing this Morsel Miner at the top because I really wanted Hef the Blacksmith to kill this one. Because the Pyre only has 50 health. And this one's going to deal 10 damage multiple times. I don't think the Pyre will survive if we don't up Hef the Blacksmith. But also, we might not do much down here if you are taking so much damage every turn. Well, I think I've got to make a choice, and the choice I'm making is Shroud Spike here to make Hef the Blacksmith big. If the bottom dies, then hopefully we can make Hef the Blacksmith really large. The Foregone Power really does nothing down here, so let's do it here. I mean, it does trigger the Incant. I'm still going to do it here. Very glad that the Wilt Wings were dazed, by the way. The concussive coals saved my unit. Ho-ho, they're dazed again. Okay, well, the only problem is you're still dying. We could put somebody in front of you. That's the only way for you to survive, is if we put somebody in front of you. Because these two units, when they die, deal 15 damage. So you're taking 15 damage just from them dying, let alone an enemy hitting you. So if we put something in front, what do we put in front? We could just put a morsel in front. but a morsel would only take the first hit. On the other hand, you are taking 100 damage, which is still kind of not enough. That feels bad too. If we apply regen 4, that doesn't help you immediately, but it does help you eventually. If we're putting somebody in front of you, are we putting the alloyed construct in front? It doesn't fit, unless we use old magic first. Well then, kind of a tricky problem. On the other hand, I do get to play all of my cards, which is good. If we put the Morsel Master in front, the Morsel Master dies, but you don't die, and then we no longer have the Morsel Master. Of all of the cards, I think the Morsel Master could go and it would be okay. Oh, wait a minute. The Morsel Master would die from this alone. Never mind. The Morsel Master doesn't survive enough. So I guess it's the Alloyed Construct that goes in front. After playing Old Magic. Not what I wanted at the bottom here. So we play Old Magic. We play... Let's see here. You are just barely defeating this now with 3 Ember. So we could play you now, defeat this for 3 Ember, or to get 2 Ember back, and then we could play that one. That's it, though. And we can't wake him up because he's inert, and we don't have any space. We do have the good old Wingmaker to make more space, but man, this is turning out not so hot. And we're still doing nothing for the top at this point. Still, what do we do if our bottom falls apart? So, the Mind Collapse takes you out probably. Yes, Mind Collapse takes you out. And then they lose Multi-Strike, which is a thing. Losing Multi-Strike is a little bit important here. The Alloyed Construct goes here. That uses our energy. We play Making of a Morsel here, and then we actually play the Morsel Miner up here. And then you are dealing an uncomfortable amount of damage to our Pyre. Uncomfortable amount. Okay. The Pyre took 20 damage, and it's only at 30 health. Ah, that's very scary. We got the good old Wingmaker, and it does defeat units. Okay, this is very important to me. Good old Wingmaker defeats units down here. We play it twice. Do we want to play a Guardian Stone down there before we play it again? Oh no. How are we going to defeat that one before it does damage to the Pyre? Maybe we are going to play a Crypt Builder on it this turn. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Okay. We could play a Guardian Stone down here, and then a good old Wingmaker. I do like that. Guardian Stone, good old Wingmaker. Make just enough space that we can put a Morsel unit. Which means... Actually, let's use Wretch. What does this do? It returned those 3. Why those 3? I guess they were all the ones that had been eaten. So Wretch is really good. Wretch returns all of the eaten units to your hand. That's really good. Okay, Morsel Miner goes here. 2 more Morsel Miners go up here, as well as an Ant-Umbra Morsel. And then the Crypt Builder takes that one out. Okay. We have now stabilized. Barely, though. I feel like this deck does not start out well. And then it eventually comes together. So, the incant value is all at the bottom, so do these all at the bottom. Glacial Seal, we're just not using you this turn, I guess. Or this battle. And then, who would we like to make big and strong? We want to make you big and strong. So, eat that morsel unit 8 times. Very nice. You are now big and strong, and you have lots of fuel. And then these 2 go up here to be eaten. And now I think we win. Oh, wait a minute. One more wave. One more wave, and then we win. Wait a minute. We're not immediately winning? I'm surprised. Well, let's immediately win instead. And to do that, I'm going to do an offering token. Discarding the good old... the Crypt Builder, I mean. Then we play the good old Wingmaker, which gives more space. Which is nice, because now we can play the Morsel Master and a Shade Splitter and a Shade Splitter. Play one of these. The floor has reached the 7-unit limit. Rebel Morsel up here, I guess. And then we're winning. Just click the end turn button. There we go. We took 20 damage on the Pyre, though. And when the Pyre only has 50 life, 20 damage is really scary to take. I don't think I like rationing scales. It's gotten me a good amount of gold, but it's really scary to play with rationing scales. Guardian's Amulet applies Sap 2, and it's an offering card. Crystalline Seeds applies Frostbite 8 to enemy units. And it consumes itself. Don't think we want these things. Feast could be good. Probably not anymore. Cave-In might be good, though. Huh. I'm going to take Cave-In. Now then, what are we doing? Hellvent and Unstable Vortex, probably not what we want. Don't think we care about the Merchant of Magic much either. The Pyre Remains does nothing. Okay, so let's consider. Merchant of Magic or Merchant of Steel? Merchant of Magic could be used on the old magic. Could be used on the card we just added, Cave-In. The Merchant of Steel could be used on Glacial Seal, which is not important. Guardian Stone, not important. Nameless Siren, and Morsel Master. Not very important. So I think that we care more about the Merchant of Magic still. Let's go this way. And then if we're going to the Last Divinity, which I do want to do, we need to get more Pact Shards. So let's look at the options there. We have to sacrifice a unit. We have to sacrifice a unit. That's not too bad, because we could sacrifice the Morsel Master, for example. Yeah, we could sacrifice the Morsel Master. I don't want to sacrifice the Guardian Stone. Yeah, let's sacrifice the Morsel Master. Sacrifice that. And what do we staple it onto? Could be the Alloyed Construct. Seems to go pretty well with the Alloyed Construct. Alright, you've got a Morsel Master upgrade. And then we could either do Seek Stone or Value Stone. Let me look at the other Merchant of Magic options first. The Seek Stone is very interesting because putting a card in my first hand, like the good old Wingmaker, might be really good on the first turn. Huh. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put the Seek Stone on the good old Wingmaker. Oh, this is a... Darn, we can't do that. That's not something you can do. We could put it on Old Magic. Alright, let's look at the Merchant of Trinkets as well. +2 space on the middle floor, Mind Jacks. Not bad. Friendly units enter with Lifesteal 2. Also not bad. Improved Firebox. This is probably not the deck for it. It could be amazing, but it could also do exactly nothing. So, really not the deck for it. Mind Jacks is pretty interesting. Starting out with 2 capacity on the middle floor means that we might be able to just put stuff on the middle floor immediately. Having trouble figuring out what I want to do, though. The Value Stone. Let's buy some Ember Stones. So, if I'm going to buy an Ember Stone, I'm going to put one on Old Magic. Definitely. No question. If I'm going to buy a Power Stone, could put it on Mind Collapse. Or that Crypt Builder. It's better on the Crypt Builder overall, but the Mind Collapse does benefit from it a fair amount too. Put it on the Mind Collapse. And then I don't really want the double stack. So re-roll here. Eternal Stone could only go on Space Prism, don't care about that. So it's an Ember Stone and a Power Stone. Power Stone can only go on Crypt Builder. And if we buy anything else, we could only buy... No, we can still buy 2 of these. Yeah, we could still buy 2 of these. So... let's buy the Ember Stone as well. Which makes me think we're going to use Value Stone. Value Stone on the Crypt Builder? Or Value Stone on the Cave-In? I'm going to put the Ember Stone on the other one. I guess let's put the Ember Stone on the Crypt Builder because we can play it other ways. And we're going to play Value Stone on Cave-In. And then let's not buy the Seek Stone. Which means Mind Jacks and Refined Void, I guess. This could be amazing, but it could also be nothing. This one is likely to be okay, no matter what. Let's go for potentially amazing. There we are. And now, the final gauntlet. Seraph the Temperant. Friendly units enter with Sap 3. It's not great, but it's honestly not the worst for this deck. So the middle floor is where I want to put things. And we did not draw amazingly the first turn to use all of this Ember, but we did draw a few things. We can put half the blacksmith up here. Huh. Do I want to play half the blacksmith on the second floor? Or Solgard the Martyr? Or both? It's a good question. I guess I want to play Solgard the Martyr on the second floor. Solgard the Martyr on the second floor. Do we play Hef the Blacksmith on floor 1 by any chance? If we do, it's going to take a bunch of damage this turn, which is real bad. On the other hand, what are we doing with Hef the Blacksmith? Let's play it on the top floor. It can take the scraps. And then the Glacial Seal goes in the middle floor. The good old Wingmaker we play one on this floor, I think, and one on the bottom. The Crypt Builder, we could deal a whole bunch of damage here. Could deal a whole bunch of damage there. Kind of like that. We're not likely to deal more damage with spells, though. So it would hurt them both, but it would not kill them. Would not kill them, but it would hurt them a lot. And hurting this one a lot is very nice. Oh, it killed that one. It must have had spell weakness, and I didn't notice. Okay, that was actually better than I intended it to be. Oh, the only problem here is that we don't have anything to sacrifice with the Shroud Spike, even in our discard pile, or our consume pile, so Wretch can't get it back either. You're doing just fine. You are not dying yet, but you will die. You guys are dazed. Dazed might be a good chance to play this, but honestly I really wanted the alloyed construct down there. Do we have enough to do that? I guess we do, technically. So we could put you down here and the alloyed construct later. Or we could just put a whole bunch of Incant on the same floor, which is also pretty valuable. Let's do that. Now then, we can play Cave-In. Do we want to play Cave-In? It would put Hef the Blacksmith here. And how much more do we actually need here? Probably not much. Sure, why not? Oh, but the boss doesn't go down. Can't move the boss. What do we do? Hef the Blacksmith it's nice for her to be separate because she can get benefit out of some of the morsels. Frostbite 8. I guess we just play that here. What did we discard? We discarded the Shroud Spike. Great. And then I have to decide whether I'm playing Cave-In. Could play Cave-In. It's kind of weird. Let's do it. Oh, the boss did get moved down. Oh, I had no idea that could happen with the Cave-In. And we play Wretch because it triggers the incants. Okay. Alright, the second floor has a bunch of stuff on it. The only problem is we're getting a ton of damage on that floor this turn. You can go down here. I like you going down here. Let's start there. You go down here. We play all of the spells we need to play on this floor. Adding regen to you seems pretty important. I just realized I should have done this first. Whoops. Now then, you need morsels. Are you going to get all of the morsels? You might get all of the morsels. Okay, you're going to get all of the morsels. There we go. Make you big and strong. The Mind Collapse. All of you are dying, but if I kill one of them, then you take 24 less damage this turn, which is pretty significant, and we have all the incant value up here. So let's Mind Collapse one of these. That one. Okay. You're not dying. That is really a problem. But hopefully I will have something to deal with you next turn. We'll find out. Okay, 2 of you got dazed. That's important. We did get a Crypt Builder, which can deal with this one. Great. That was very important. We want to play all of the spells here. And the fact that you're dying is real bad for me. There's so much damage coming in, but how much damage? 24 from each of those, so that's 48. 48 from those. Okay, we need to play a lot of spells here. Oh man. I might not have enough spells to play to do this. Okay, well, maybe you're dying. Maybe our champion is going to die. That's really not good. Really not good. But what else could we do? We could do 2 Crypt Builders. That still wouldn't kill that one before it attacks. Shade Splitter. Shade Splitter. There's a small chance that if we play a Crypt Builder here, this one will die. And that means that this would be doing... that you would survive. There's a 1/4 chance that a Crypt Builder would allow you to survive. However, if we don't do that, how much damage do we take on the Pyre if we play that line? Oh, actually, never mind. You have Quick. Okay, so how much damage are we taking on the pyre? Seriously. You will be at 51, so you will deal 1 hit. No, 2 hits to the pyre. So you will deal 20 damage to the pyre. That's worth having our champion survive. It died anyway, even though it's really the quick that's saving me. Okay, well, anyway, now that we've figured that out, do I want to have lots of energy next turn? Who knows? I'm going to spread it out. How many units do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can play one of these, and we can play another one up there. There we go. And then down here we can play both of these, and they both get doubled. Okay, next turn we get to deal with the problems again. And we take damage on our pyre this turn. So things are not going well yet. Ooh, we only took 10 damage. Why did we only take 10 damage up there? Oh, I think he died from frostbite before he got the next hit in. Great. That is a wonderful outcome. So you're dying again here. Stop dying so much. Seriously. I would like you to not die so much. Down here, you are dying. That's also a problem. So we could play the Crypt Builder. That does do something up here. And we can play the Mine Collapse. The Mine Collapse does a lot here. You're dying from frostbite. The Mine Collapse, I think, saves you. Can we save you somehow? Unfortunately, the Mine Collapse is what saves you too. So let's play a Crypt Builder up here first. Via the offering token, right? Yeah, via the offering token. Oh my. We could descend everybody down? What if we descend all of them? Is that absolutely absurd? It really is. If we descend all of these units, they wouldn't all fit. So one would stay up there, and the floor capacity here would be completely filled, so we could no longer play morsels. Okay. Cave-in is not useful right then. But I really like the thought that it could have been useful. Oh great, one of them died. Do we do the cave-in down here? Or sorry, not the cave-in, the Mine Collapse. The Mine Collapse can kill this one. On the other hand, it could kill this one. And both of those are reasons that our units are dying. Anything else I could do? I could play morsel units in front of you. Now there's a thought. What if I play morsel units in front? Then 11... Yeah, a bunch of damage would go on the morsel units, but this guy would also gain tons of armor. Tons of armor. Is that a problem? Kind of a problem. Is it more of a problem than letting my guy survive, though? Oh man, this is hard. If we play the rubble morsels in front, you're not dying. And you get damage because even though you gained armor, he hits you twice. Is that good enough for me? I mean, we're probably going to play the Morsel Miner down there too. Yeah, okay. So this one goes in the back. And then we're not playing the Cave-In. We are playing the Mine Collapse here to save our unit. So now our unit doesn't die again. And then we play the Foregone Power somewhere. I guess here because it gives armor and stuff. Yeah. Okay. All of the units up there died. However, down here, no units died. Which is really a problem, because all of the problems that we had that last time are here again. We're now losing 2 units. Oh, but the good old Wingmaker. The good old Wingmaker, and we have Wretch. Oh, wow. And the Shroud Spike. Never mind. This is a great turn. A great turn, I say. So the good old Wingmaker first. We play that. That kills some units. Now only our front one is dying. We can play Old Magic on it. Actually, we probably want to play the other good old Wingmaker on it. So let's do that. How much floor capacity can we have? Alright, the Old Magic goes on you. That's very important. Do I even want to play the Shade Splitter? The Eaten Pile. Oh, the Eaten Pile is separate from the Consume Pile. Didn't notice that before. I don't think I care to play Shade Splitter. We just play Wretch. We get all of those units. And then, who are we going to play the Shroud Spike on? It's probably you, so that you survive. So, you're going to get... You're going to get the Shroud Spike 6 times. So that you deal tons of damage, and you actually have some health to work with. And then, you're perfectly fine on most things. We want you to have more health. Don't really care about the attack value much more. I mean, I kinda do. Yeah, let's care about the attack value a little bit more. And then, Morsel Miner up here. And another Morsel Miner because, well, what else are we gonna do? So the floor has reached its unit limit. Do we have... We don't have another unit. But I can play these morsels up here. They don't eat each other, but we can play Descend. We can play our Descent card to descend them down. And then they can be eaten. I'm focusing so much on my units not dying that I have no idea how the rest of the battle is going. Okay, so you're dying. You're not dying. I don't like that. And the only way to make it so that you die is to play spells, like both Crypt Builders. Oh, you're not dying this turn. How about that? That's one of the first times. You would deal 12 damage to the pyre, but 12 damage to the pyre doesn't mean anything if nobody else gets up there. And I think nobody else is getting up there. I think nobody else is getting up there, especially if I play a Crypt Builder here. So Crypt Builder here. Now you're gaining health instead of losing health. We also play Making of a Morsel, Making of a Morsel. They die. Now we can play a Crypt Builder anywhere. If we played Wretch, what would we get back? A whole bunch of Morsel Miners, I see. So the Crypt Builder down here just takes out this front one. That's useful. And then we play Wretch. Get back a whole bunch of Morsel Miners. And we play Morsel Miners. As many as we can. Okay, and now the top. Top gets Morsel Miners too. Are we winning? I have no idea. Our bottom unit got down to 1 health, and then back up to 25. Our pyre took more damage. Okay, this is now the Relentless phase. We can get a Morsel Miner into our hand. We can play Shroud Spike on it. Let's start there. Morsel Miner, and then we play the Morsel Miner, and we play Shroud Spike. That gives you some health to work with. Not as much as you need, but it gives you some health to work with. Next, we can play Mind Collapse to kill this one, which destroys that unit. That means that you don't die as quickly, and it also means that we can play the Shade Splitters. And some more morsels. So the morsel units last 1 attack. So you are dying after this one hits you once. This one hits you once, and then Seraph hits you 4 times. That's 51. And then Seraph hits you again, and that's 91. This morsel unit does not save you from that. I don't think. Wait a minute. This one gets eaten too. So 6 times 3 is 18. 18 is 91. Oh, you just barely... Oh, Nate, never mind. He's dazed. Okay. Placing this out means that Seraph takes a lot more damage. Okay, that's what I was going for. Seraph takes a lot more damage. And then... let's play this here for the incant value. Great. Now then. Our big, strong attacking units gets to hit Seraph really hard. However, then he dies. We can play a lot of cards here. Let's start with the Offering Token. Discarding a Crypt Builder. And I just realized we're winning. So, just click the end turn button and win. Okay, final battle. I'm worried about this deck. We took 22 damage that time. How are we going to do against the Last Divinity? I think we might lose. which means I might learn whether we go up a Covenant rank if we defeat Seraph but not the Last Divinity. Let's see. Also, the Last Divinity doesn't take frost damage that well. Ooh, almost everybody at the bottom is dazed. That's extremely good. How many cards can we play at the bottom? Still we're... So, this had the opportunity to be amazing, and it was not amazing. So the firebox was a bad idea. I want to play Solgard the Martyr at the bottom. One, two, three, four, five, 6. We need 6 space, and that doesn't allow me to play a morsel down there. Huh. But it doesn't allow me to play everything else down there. I'm going to do it. So, the bottom will be Solgard the Martyr, who might die. I mean, she is a martyr, so that's expected. You're going to go down here. We have too many incant things. I think the Frostbite 4 is the least important one here, so I'm going to do that one last. Actually, the Rage 2 and Armor 2 might be the least important. Okay, so Glacial Seal goes down here. And then the Space Prism. And then Guard of the Unnamed. Or, sorry, Nameless Siren, with a Guard of the Unnamed stapled to it. Do we want to play Making of a Morsel? Yes. Do we want to play that Morsel Miner somewhere, or keep it in the deck? I think we keep it in the deck. Alright, I like that they're getting dazed all the time. That's really helpful for me. Now, this is the time. So we play Alloyed Construct and Heft the Blacksmith up here. Unfortunately, we can't play Shade Splitter this turn. But we do play these two on this floor. Trampling Quick is quite nice. And then we really want the Crypt Builder to hit this one. So what we're going to do is we're going to play Wretch just to play it. And then we're going to play Crypt Builder. Well, we're going to play Foregone Power and hope to play Crypt Builder. Yes, it worked. Very nice. Now they take damage. All of these guys are dying, so actually the start of this one has gone well, even though the improved firebox didn't do much. Otherwise, the start of this has gone great. Alright, we're getting a lot of people dazed at the bottom. We could cave in. Seems like a bad plan. We can cave in here, though. Just for the incant value. Let's start with the good old Wingmaker, I think. Start with old magic. So you have Spell Shield 1. The good old Wingmaker will take you out. The first one won't. Ooh, it didn't because they gave you armor. Did not like that. Did not like that at all. Play Cave In. Shade Splitter. Making of a Morsel. Another Shade Splitter. And then the good old Wingmaker down here is still what we want. There's nobody else to attack, so we're hitting you, and we're very sad that you don't die from it. But what else do we do? You having Lifesteal 1 is actually very nice, so we're going to play that one here. Oh, it has 3 attack, so it dies from Thorns. That was pointless. Kinda wish I hadn't done that. You could get a Magma Morsel, and then I guess the Morsel Miner goes down here. Okay, not everybody died this turn. I don't like it when not everybody dies. But they did get a ton of damage from Frost. Okay, you have Resolve and Extinguish. So as long as you survive, you add something to the top of my deck. I have Shroud Spike in my hand. I have Offering Token and Crypt Builder. So I think that we are going to let you die naturally. We're going to play Offering Token here to discard the Crypt Builder. And then we're going to play Making of a Morsel. Well, we play it down here. And then we play the Morsel Miner here with the Shroud Spike. So you have multi-strike, a ton of health, a ton of attack. And then we can still play the Mind Collapse for 20 damage. So 20 damage against you seems fine. Is that necessary? It does do all the incant. So all of the incant is very nice. You just have to keep dealing damage to the boss every turn. We are dealing probably 100 or so damage to the boss every single turn. That's not as much as I would hope, though. 2 of my guys are dying right now. That's really bad. Really bad. Let's play the spells down here. Yeah, 2 of them are dying, and I don't think I can do anything about it. Not this turn. The Crypt Builder only hits that one. Which, that one's dazed, so it's not the important one. Crypt Builder could kill you, but what does that accomplish? It does a little bit more to the boss. Let's do this. And then, is there any way to save you? If I put both morsels in front, I think you still die. Yeah, you still die. Which means it's all up to you, Nameless Siren. For that reason, what do we do with our Morsel Miners? I guess we put them here now. They're pretty good up here anyway. But the first floor is going down. Don't like that, but that's how it is. The first floor is falling. The Martyr finally got martyred. Ooh. Well, at least nobody's dying at the bottom this turn. We did get a Shroud Spike. We got a Shroud Spike. And the Vengeful Shard is pretty bad. I wonder if I should use the Shroud Spike to its maximum, though, instead of playing this Vengeful Shard. Either way, I'm going to start with Offering Token. Huh. And discard Crypt Builder. We play Morsel Miner. Morsel Miner up here. And then do we play Vengeful Shard? 1 damage on the Pyre isn't much, but having this in our deck is real bad. Let's play it. And then Shroud Spike one of you 10 times. Great. You are big and strong. Then we play Wretch down here. And really what I want is for you to survive as much as you can, so that my back one can do a lot. You need health, and you getting health is basically playing these. Okay. 7 units up there. So now we play all the units down here. You die from thorns. Oh well. We lost all of our frost generation, our frostbite generation, which is pretty big. It's a pretty big loss. I was hoping to get Cave-In this turn. Oh well. We didn't. You still have a spell shield. I see no reason not to play the good old Wingmakers up here, though. So let's play them up here. Good old Wingmaker. Good old Wingmaker. You survive, and who cares? You can go to the Pyre and get destroyed. So let's do something down here. Actually, I want you to have regen 4. So down here, we can play the Crypt Builder. We can play Mind Collapse, which doesn't help here, so we could play Mind Collapse against you, maybe? The Crypt Builder is quite nice. Let's start with that. And then both of these, right? Actually, Ant-Umbral Morsel goes here. Does Morsel Miner also go up here? Yes. And then Mind Collapse here. Okay. You have so many effects on you. They had to get vertical on the effects. Only 3 waves remaining. We've taken no damage against the Pyre yet, but we are also not dealing enough damage to the boss to defeat the boss ahead of time. We could cave in. We could do a cave-in this turn. Move everything to the bottom. Let's consider it after playing these. So if we moved you two to the bottom, we would have no space to play morsel units. That's the main problem with moving things to the bottom. So again, I don't want to do it. So instead, we just play the cave-in here. to just play it for the incant value. And I would be happy for you to be in the back. You in the back is really nice. And then Morsel Miners. Do we give up the bottom floor? Also, why are you dying? 11 plus 11 plus 3. So that's not enough. Why are you dying? Oh, plus the 8. So 22, 25 plus 8 is 33. You don't have enough health, but you're very close. So what if we play a Morsel Miner down here in front? Then you don't die. And then I think that the way we win this is for this floor to be really strong. Unfortunately. The pyre takes him out. Oh, but he had thorns, so we actually took some damage on the pyre. Whoops. Didn't notice that. We can play Crypt Builder here. Or we could play Crypt Builder at the bottom. It's you two that are dealing the damage. Plus, you know, the boss. I think either way we play Shade Splitters and Making of a Morsel down here. So let's start there. We also get to play Wretch this turn. That gives us a ton of morsel units, much more than we can play. Just don't know where I want to put the Crypt Builder. That's the real problem. You're taking no damage? That's surprising. Why are you taking no damage? You should be dealing a whole lot of damage twice. And then you deal... Oh, you're quick. Right. Play the Crypt Builder here. There we go. Now you're taking 508 damage. We need to play Magma Morsel here. And then a Morsel Miner up here. Thinking about it. Because you die, but you only die a little bit. Just a little bit of death. So I will play a Magma Morsel, or a Minor Morsel there. And then I think I'm going to put this Magma Morsel up here, because Wretch is going to give us a whole bunch more morsels. A whole bunch more. And we need to play those. Morsel Miner, and another one of those. We reach the 7-unit floor limit. Now, we do that down here too. And we reach the 7-unit floor limit down here, like that. And then we play the rest of these up here. Just to die. And then Foregone Power. Alright, let's see what happens. I don't think I've ever gotten to the Relentless phase of the Last Divinity before, so this is going to be the first time. And I don't know how it works with the Last Divinity on all 3 floors. So I'm going to learn that this time. Two Weights of Contrition. Ick. I think the Offering Token is what we want to play first. Oh, and we're winning. Haha, we're winning. going to play the offering token. I'm going to play the good old Wingmaker. And again. There we go. Ooh, barely pulled that one out, I think. But we did win again. Winning with the Stygian Guard, with the Umbra as the secondary clan. With a weird deck that I'm not sure was great, but we made it work. On Covenant level 7, so we go up a Covenant level again too. We've taken a lot of damage on the Pyre though. A Wisp reanimated, reach level 5 on the Umbra. We ranked up to Covenant rank 8. Okay, so we add 4 of each of the starter cards. And we got 15 more Divinity Mastered cards this time. All right. Ice Tornado, Permafrost, deal 20 damage to a random enemy unit 3 times. Okay. I think that could be pretty useful. The Titan Sentry, apply Frostbite 3 to enemy units on Revenge. We kind of experienced Revenge Frostbite this time, and I didn't think it was wonderful. It was okay. Umbra level 5, as promised. Engine upgrade. Consume -1 space. -1 space on this floor, +1 ember per turn for the rest of the battle. I think that's incredible. Especially because I'm not often using every floor. I'm usually using 2 floors, so you could just target a floor that you're not using much. I think that's incredible. Teeth of Gold. Deal 3 damage to the back enemy unit when a unit is eaten. That is really good. That's really good. And Primordium. I've unlocked the Exile champion for the Umbra. Already. We can now play with that champion. Here's all of the mastered cards. So what are these? I don't know what that symbol means. I guess it's clanless, so 4 of the Last Divinity clanless cards have been mastered, I guess. And I think this is my max win streak on the Imp Cup now, 4 wins in a row. And of course the new personal record is Frostbite applied, 3,493 compared to 1,164. All right. That was a difficult one. Definitely struggled. In every battle, basically, we struggled at the beginning, but we still won, and there'll be more next time with the new clan. In this episode, I unlocked the final clan, the Melting Remnant, which makes it to level 1. The Umbra makes it to level 5, unlocking their alternate champion, and the Stygian Guard joined the top clans at level 7. My 2 new achievements came from clan unlocks and levels, and I Divinity Mastered 15 more cards, 13 of which have been mastered for the first time as well. And I'm happy to announce that I have completed my first enemy. I have more than 100 kills on the Light Wings. I stopped counting at 100, and I named that enemy Done. Goodbye, Light Wings. You have been checked off my list. The other enemy here is the Conduit Redirector, which has made it to the 10 kill threshold, and grants units the Spikes buff, which both hurt me and helped me in this run, due to my champion's revenge ability. Speaking of my champion, Solgard the Martyr died before the battle was over, as you'd expect, but the sheer amount of frostbite caused by Solgard was staggering. Of the 10 cards which passed the 10 battle threshold this time, I'm choosing to highlight the good old Wingmaker, which defeated a surprising amount of enemies this run. Another one that surprised me with how many enemies it killed was the Token of a Traitor artifact. 2 damage, randomly assigned, actually does kill enemies more than I thought it would. And finally, Cuddlebeard, which teamed up with the Solgard to lay the frostbite on thick. 3,493 frostbite, to be exact. Check out my detailed tracking sheet, link in the video description. New episodes every Saturday, and thanks for watching.